Hi my YouTube people, welcome. I am Lamarr Townsend. If you're new to my channel, I'm a psychic and energy channeler, a tarot reader, and an astrologer. And if you would be interested in a personal reading with me, of course, then check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com, where I am available for personal readings. I would love to do a personal reading for you if you would be interested. Once again, my website is lamarrtownsendtarot.com. I do birth chart readings, both individual birth chart readings and compatibility birth chart readings. I do psychic tarot readings, astrology classes, tarot classes, spiritual development classes, mediumship readings if you want to connect to your ancestors and spirit guides, past life readings, and so much more. So once again, check out my website. I am available at lamarrtownsendtarot.com. Also follow me on my Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Vimeo, my podcast on Apple, Google, Anchor, and more. And I thank you so much for your support. So in this video, I will be talking about the compatibility between Sagittarius and Scorpio. This is for Sagittarius man-woman, Scorpio man-woman, whether you are in a same-sex relationship, whether it's man with man, woman with woman, or a heterosexual relationship. Either way, it all applies. Alright, so thank you for listening and stick around. So Sagittarius and Scorpio compatibility. Are these two actually compatible? Well, any zodiac sign, any zodiac signs have the ability to make it work. However, some zodiac signs are, prone to a little bit more difficulty or opposition than others. Sagittarius and Scorpio are not necessarily one of those pairs, but nonetheless, it's still worth it to mention. We also have to keep in mind that we are not just our sun signs. We all also have a moon sign, a rising sign, a Venus placement. We all have a whole natal chart, alright? So that's why it's important for you to go ahead and get a natal chart reading when you have the possibility to do so. Now, on, paper, is a Sagittarius and a Scorpio compatible? Yes, to a degree they are compatible. Sagittarius is fire, ruled by Jupiter, traditionally ruled by the 9th house. This is the house of adventure, fun, exploration, expansion, higher education, higher learning, the truth. This is also the house of fun and adventure and open-mindedness. So Sagittariuses by nature are, not all Sagittariuses, but Sagittariuses by nature are pretty open-minded daters. There's people who don't necessarily judge a cover by its book. Now, are they judgmental? Of course, all zodiac signs are judgmental. All people are judgmental. But Sagittarius is the type of person where, they're fire. So, they have the propensity to give people multiple chances, which can be different to Scorpio. Scorpio is ruled by the 8th house. This is Pluto, alright? So, the 8th house rules change, transformation in life, the cycle of life and death. It also does rule sex and sexuality. Scorpio is also about the truth. So one thing in this relationship between these two partners is that the truth prevails, right? So when it comes to these two zodiac signs, one thing that they do have going for them is that they both value the truth. So this can be a very blunt relationship, a very honest relationship, where maybe sometimes feelings can be hurt, particularly possibly the Sagittarius towards the Scorpio, but if the Scorpio gets upset enough or angry enough, they can also do the same to Sagittarius. So sometimes, like they say, the truth hurts, right? Scorpio does rule sex and sexuality, so an important component, not all Scorpios, but an important component for Scorpio in relationships, especially romantic relationships, is sex, right? And with Sagittarius, they don't always value, those kind of very, very intimate moments of cuddling and, being all lovey-dovey. Sagittarius, like their freedom. Whereas Scorpio can be a little bit obsessive and they want to know everything about their partner. They want to, not all Scorpios, but they really value being around their partner and keeping in touch with their partner. Whereas Sagittarius has the propensity to kind of go and do their own thing. Sagittarius is the type of person where you can sleep in the same bed, but Scorpio will wake up, and Sagittarius will be out at the gym running errands, and you're like, where did Sagittarius go? And you're calling them, they're not answering, because they probably have their phone in the locker or in their backpack somewhere, or they're listening to music or something like that. Like they're in their fantasy, Sagittarius. They're in their moment, right? They're in their own world, doing what they love, doing what brings them freedom. And a Sagittarius needs that in a relationship. A Sagittarius needs their autonomy. which to a Scorpio will understand it, but too much autonomy will make a Scorpio suspicious. Too much time alone, too much freedom will kind of make a Scorpio suspicious. With Scorpios, it's interesting because they're also co-ruled by Mars. So Scorpios are mainly ruled by Pluto, but are also co-ruled by Mars. We do have those zodiac signs, such as also Pisces and Aquarius, who have those dual ruling planets, right? So definitely something to pay attention to. Also, when it comes to the compatibility between Sagittarius and Scorpio, we have to once again remember that a Scorpio is very intuitive. Now, what people underestimate about Sagittarius is that they're actually very intuitive as well. But the way they receive their intuition is a bit different from Scorpio. Scorpio reads energy. Sagittarius by nature is not necessarily as tapped into energy as a Scorpio, right? So there can be some misunderstandings there right off the bat. Whereas a Scorpio can feel the energy is off or different, but a Sagittarius is like, what are you talking about? There's nothing wrong. I'm still the same person, blah, blah, blah. A Sagittarius can be aloof, to energy sometimes. But the way a Sagittarius receives their information in terms of their intuition is through downloads, is through insights. Higher education in terms of a Sagittarius is not just like literally like going to university, going to college. Higher education can be also received from the higher realms. Higher education can also be received from the higher realms as well. Alright? So that's also important, something important to keep in mind and remember as well. When it comes to this compatibility between these two zodiac signs. Another thing that can cause a little bit of a misunderstanding is, once again, Sagittarius' propensity to not always take things so seriously, alright? Which actually a Scorpio can learn from a Sagittarius and over time can value in a Sagittarius. But right off the bat, a Sagittarius is kind of jokey way, of sometimes going through life, especially when difficult things happen or hardships happen or change or transformation happens, that cycle of life and death happens or loss happens. A Sagittarius can kind of be the awkward person who kind of like makes that awkward laugh because they don't know how to deal with very serious situations. Whereas for a Scorpio, a very serious situation like a loss, or like a death, or like an ending of some sort, or any difficult transformation is not a laughing matter. But over time, once these two develop a trust with one another, especially from Scorpio towards Sagittarius, because one thing a Scorpio values in relationships is trust. Say it with me. Trust, trust, trust. But the thing with trust is that trust takes a while to develop. Especially for a Scorpio. A Scorpio will test you. A Scorpio will test a Sagittarius. Now, Sagittariuses are interesting because they can kind of play aloof or play dumb. But a lot of times they know exactly what's going on. So, a Scorpio will think they're kind of getting one over on a Sagittarius, or they can kind of think like they're challenging the Sagittarius or testing the Sagittarius, and the Sag doesn't know what's going on. But then the Sagittarius will kind of pull the rug from underneath the Scorpio and, make the Scorpio realize that they were being played the whole time. So it's like those little moments of like faking trust, like fake trust or faking out trust, let me put you, like from a Scorpio's perspective, it's like, let me put you in these situations or see how you act in these situations to see if I can trust you. A Sagittarius knows when it's being watched. Yes, a Sagittarius can walk in the room and be the life of the party and be so fun, but they're also aware of what's going on around them. Scorpios by nature are very observant. Alright, so while Sagittarius is talking, because Sagittarius can be talkers, trust me, I have a Mercury and Mars in Sagittarius, and I'm born in December. Even though I'm a Capricorn, I have a lot of Sagittarius energy in me. And as you can probably see from this video, I like to talk, and I talk a lot, and I talk fast, right? That's a Sagittarius. Meanwhile, while the Sagittarius is talking, the Scorpios are sitting back and listening. They may not be saying much. They may every now and then ask some clarifying questions, but that can be a little bit of a misunderstanding or disengagement there. Sagittarius is like people that they can talk with, that they can debate with, that they can shoot the SHIT with, right? Scorpios by nature are not as open Once again, remember, Sagittarius is Jupiter. Jupiter's open-mindedness. Scorpios by nature are not as open as a Sagittarius is, you know, and initially in the beginning of the relationship that can also cause issues because Scorpios are very secretive. They don't show their hand so easily. Once again, they have to develop trust and learn to trust you over time, alright? And we have to understand that Sagittarius is a fire sign, but Sagittarius is probably out of all the fire signs, maybe Aries being second in line with this, or second after Sag. Out of all the fire signs, Sagittarius is probably the most impatient. Alright? Now, do Scorpios have a side to them where they can be impatient? Yes, but Scorpios are way more patient. Probably, I would say, the most patient of the water signs. Maybe like a close tie with Pisces. Very, very patient in learning someone, learning their ins and outs, learning their weaknesses and strengths. Alright? Whereas Sagittarius have it on full display at all given times. So, you know, by nature, when a Sagittarius feels like it's being too poked or prodded, and the Scorpio's not opening up enough and revealing enough about themselves, that's when the Sagittarius will get jokey and sarcastic and start poking the bear in terms of a Scorpio. And a Scorpio is a unique kind of creature in the sense that a Scorpio opens up in the time frame that it's ready to open up, right? So patience and being on the same time frame in terms of patience is key in this relationship. If the Sagittarius is too impatient, if the Scorpio is too slow moving in terms of opening up, or vice versa, if the Scorpio is too impatient, the Sagittarius is, you know, not as focused, maybe, because Sagittarius can be prone to like not focusing, and that's going to be an issue for a Scorpio because a Scorpio likes your full attention. All right. Sagittarius are the multitaskers of the zodiac sign. So Sagittarius could be talking to you on the phone, talking to you face to face. Meanwhile, they're texting. They're looking at the person behind you. They're thinking of what they're going to have for dinner later on in the day. They're thinking of what else they have to do in terms of their list and things of that nature. They could be talking to you and writing something down like a Sagittarius, but still engaged in the conversation, just not giving you your full attention. Their full attention. That could be an issue for a Scorpio for sure. Now, I was mentioning that Scorpio is co-ruled by Mars. Mars rules sexuality as well. So sexuality and sexiness is very important for a Scorpio. By nature, Sagittarius can be like a sex pots, I guess we could say too, but not to the extent that a Scorpio is. Alright, so Scorpios kind of need that very like sexual energy, you know. Mars also rules masculinity. So by nature, Scorpios can be like a... By nature, Scorpios can be very takeover spirit kind of people, domineering. And one thing with the Sagittarius is that they don't like to be dominated. They don't like to be, you know, given rules and regulations. They don't like to be told what to do, right? Once again, we have to remember, Scorpios have to remember that a Sagittarius is going to end up doing what it wants to do, irregardless, right? Sorry, I'm having issues with my cat. He keeps acting up. A Scorpio or a Sagittarius is going to do... There's so many distractions in this video. This is like such a Sagittarius moment. Oh my gosh, the Sagittarius is going to do what they want to do. And Scorpio kind of has to learn to live with it. Now, does that mean the Sagittarius has free reign to go out and cheat and go out and steal and do crazy things? No, because the Scorpio is going to call you out on that. Remember, this is a relationship of truth. The truth will prevail. The truth shall set you free in this relationship, right? But sometimes the truth hurts, alright? So, this is the biggest takeaway for these two zodiac signs. Are they compatible? As you can see from the conversation we've had, they definitely have some strong compatibility energies between these two. But there are also some things that probably will need to be worked out, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a love relationship, whether it's a family relationship or otherwise. Take what I've said in this video and apply it to your situation, okay? Thank you for listening and watching. I hope you got something out of this video. I'm going to try and do more compatibility videos as time goes on. As you know, I'm very busy with clients. Actually, I have a client I need to get to soon in the next few hours. So I'm going to go do that, go run some errands, and upload this video. Thank you for listening and watching. I am available for readings on my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com, wherever it is. And I will see you in the next video. I'll see you in your own personal reading. Either way, I will see you soon. Love and light, and God bless.